live on YouTube. I did it.
Nice.
That's the first time I've done it in a while, though. It's the first time I've done it in a while, but at least we'll touch on the main attraction, main news coming out of Tuesday night. So it'll be a
Going on
first.
as soon as
It'll
we
be
end the show.
it'll be a short YouTube video, but if you want to get everything with the Raw and SmackDown live recap, you can watch it here on Periscope. First hour of Raw was good. The last two was not. I
The
can
first
agree with
hour
you.
was long.
All right. So again, thank you
Gene
everybody
segment was good.
for joining us tonight. Appreciate everybody popping in. Thank you for sharing and retweeting the product. We are Get the Tables podcast. Bob Bruce. All right, we're live every Tuesdays and Saturdays. Saturday night is going to be a pretty good show. We have NXT UK coming on, so we'll be touching on that on Saturday, along with Impact and 205 Live, and shooting the shit with you all. If there's any more new All Elite wrestling news from now till then, we'll touch on that as well. Yeah, no New Day on SmackDown. That's true. From what I'm hearing, I'd give it a 3. It was a decent Raw. It wasn't nothing to really to brag about. But let's get to the main
It was
news
a throwaway,
of
bro.
Tuesday night. I'm gonna go back to the intro, which was All Elite Wrestling. They had their rally today outside of Jacksonville Stadium, and boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, a lot of positive and negatives. I saw in comments saying, the rally
Yeah,
looks
I've seen those.
kind of indie rally. Some people thought it was a little bit over the top, but it definitely had you talking at the end of the rally
It
because
was
we
number 2
saw,
trend on Twitter.
yes, we saw. I know we saw Joey Janela and I can't think of the other guy's name. Oh, it's
MJF.
MJF. We saw that, and we saw the Young Bucks, we saw Cody Rhodes, but we saw Hangman Page come out.
Page. Yep.
And that's when we saw the first huge signing made by All Elite Wrestling, and that was Pac, aka Neville. He is now the only guy who showed up in wrestling attire. I don't know why, but he had to show up in his wrestling attire. But kudos to Neville, or it's hard to call him Pac. I want to call him Neville, but Pac's there in All Elite Wrestling with Hangman Page, face to face. What a moment, man. And a lot of people are saying that this could be the main event for the big pay-per-view that they're having in March. What is it? May. Double or Nothing?
May.
In May, excuse me, not in March. May.
But Page also said he wants to be the first AEW World Champion, and Pac, as they know by now, held up his title, saying, "I'm the one here with the title right now." So the way they went face to face,
that, man.
That would be an unbelievable match. I mean, geez, yeah.
Neville is one big motherfucker, that's for sure. And I just thought it was funny. Like all the guys that debuted, they showed on the rally. He was the only one in ring attire ready to go. Like they were ready for a match right there.
We could have a match right here, these. Yeah. But also, what about Britt Baker?
Yeah, Britt Baker was also announced to be in the women's division, and they made it clear that both men and women will get similar pay. That they're trying to get health benefits involved. That the Double or Nothing show is in May, I think the 25th, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe so.
And in Las Vegas.
And Cody's big announcement talking about like the whole wrestlers have been paid very little in the entertainment world, so they're going to change that and they're going to give wrestlers big. It seems like he's talking, they're going to give wrestlers big money and give big contracts, and they would pay what they're worth. And so happy wrestlers equal happy fans. So I mean, everyone better watch out. Who's
Jericho, and the other big signing was Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho was a mouth dropper to me because that's been speculated for months if he was going to show up here or maybe even Impact Wrestling. Never thought it would actually happen. And yeah, Chris Jericho showed up, said he's there not for the money, that he's just there to, I guess, try to succeed with AEW. It's unbelievable. And
he said he'd be at that show too. In Vegas.
Yep, he will be there as well. So,
and he also said something else that was interesting, that they're not here to change the world. They're here to change the universe.
Ooh. Dun dun dun. They also announced that they are partnering up with a China. Uh, I had it here on my
Promotion.
notes.
Yeah.
Promotion, but I had it here. Let me try to get it back up. Um, let's see. I can't remember. I can't find it right now. I lost the page. But if people don't think this is going to be a serious threat to WWE, they're mistaken. They are mistaken. Chris Jericho said, "I'm
Mhm.
Chris Jericho, and I'm all in with All Elite Wrestling. Surprise." Sima faces DB, Pac, Ricochet, and multiple companies. I'm not sure. Maybe he's chatting with. Oh, don't forget the partnership with OWE and the signing of Sima. Who's that? I don't know who that is. Am I missing
I
something?
don't know.
Can
I
we
mean,
all
this is
just
funny.
appreciate Cody's greatness? Holy shit, he came a long way. Right universe, which universe? Starcast 2 is happening too. Jericho has done it all in WWE, so he wants to try AEW before he hangs it up. What else? Women are going to be treated as equals. Yep, that's right, Jody Man. No way girls getting same money as guys. Well, that's what Brandy Rose was saying.
Yeah, she
Um,
said they're going to be equal pay. They're not going to be like one guy gets like I think John Cena makes more than the entire women's division.
let's see, what else did Jericho have to say? He reveals he will be in action at the extravaganza, which will be titled Double or Nothing. The undisputed former world heavyweight champion is not only the big name who will be in action with Cody Rhodes, AEW executive vice producer, and the Young Bucks. Pac will be there as well. Joey Janela there. Jeez, man, they just went all out today. They
Yeah,
said
they
that
did.
there will be more announcements to come. It was a huge moment for all the yes, that's the Dennis Kenobi for wrestling fans alike because a lot of people are already hating. Is there a wrestler in Japan?
Yep.
Thank you, Red Sox fan. A lot of
Yeah.
people are already
Yeah.
dogging.
The WE
But
fans.
here, this is listen here. Why can't we just be fucking happy? Why does it have to be WWE versus All Elite Wrestling? No announcement on a TV deal yet. But why can't we just enjoy wrestling as itself? Why do we need to have this fucking war? I sure a, a legit threat like All Elite will make WWE better or make all promotions better. But why do we have to
I
have
mean,
I hate why can't we just like both of them? I don't understand that. It's always has to be oh, you like that one, you can't like WWE. If you like WWE, you can't like All Elite Wrestling. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
because people don't like. I'm sure Vince McMahon doesn't like it either. But I mean, there's all these other look. There's
Yes,
fans out there who only like WE, and they hear all of the they don't like the All In. They don't like the Japan guys. They don't like this stuff. They don't like the new stuff. They don't even like the new Japan guys coming into NXT or WWE itself. I mean, so that's what
probably
they're.
not Michael
Oh,
Barrett.
we hate elite. We
I'm not.
don't
I'm
like
sorry,
each other. Like,
Kenobi.
it's just stupid. I don't understand why it's a big deal for fans to not want to. Why can't people? How is it disrespecting or hating WE if you want to watch All Elite? It's not doing that. I mean, to me, there's so much wrestling out there. I mean, why can't everyone enjoy wrestling instead of kind of like, oh, you got to only like them. You can only like them. I mean, why can't everyone just enjoy wrestling as it is? I mean, yes, or some people consider it like the first thing since WCW. And when I seen this
Oh,
press
excited,
conference,
Michael Barrett.
when I seen someone tweet about it, and it reminded me of that too. This had the kind of it wasn't the same, and yes, the star power wasn't the same, but this reminded me when Hogan came to WCW. You know, there was this big fanfare, and there was all this big press conference about it. That's what it reminded me of, and it changed WCW. So I mean, I'm not saying this is that, but it had that same kind of feeling, and wrestling can be fun again, and you need this kind of stuff. Yes, maybe some other promotions might be in trouble because they could easily go out and take everyone's talent. They usually could, especially maybe not ROH, but all these other promotions could be bought out easily and be done in like 6 months.
Yeah, and no one's saying that All Elite a lot of people who are gonna who is the Hogan on AEW. That's probably I would say Cody Rhodes. I get. Oh, are you talking about
I'd say Jericho.
Jericho? Yeah, Jericho. Excuse me. Wrestling is just as if not more entertaining than most movies people watch. Exactly, I agree with you on that. But here's the thing. Yes, All Elite has a lot to still be proven. They haven't had they haven't even been a year old yet. They haven't had a legit. They don't have a television deal yet. They don't have something going on a weekly basis yet. They're not well established yet. They got talent up the yin yang. They got Adam Page, Pac, Chris Jericho, Joey Janela, and Penelope Ford, MJF, Britt Baker, Billy Gunn's a backstage producer, OWE, Sima, and the Good Hearts. SCU's there as well. They have the well established wrestler and roster developing. That's the thing. It's just all expectation. It's all just
It's just going to
excitement.
take time. That's
It's
it.
gonna
It's
take
going to
time.
take time. Because
It's
let's not forget, they have one thing that a lot of other promotions don't have. They have a billionaire backing them.
yeah. And right now, Red Sox fan just mentioned it in the chat before I was going to say this. They don't have a working relationship with anyone on the New Japan side, ROH side, Impact, any of those. But Red
Nope.
Sox fan just put the almighty king of himself, everybody's favorite of the show, Dave Meltzer, wrote that New Japan having second thoughts to work with AEW. AEW started with this huge hype. Now they must live up to it with matches and storylines. I agree with you.
That's
Basically,
interesting
all
if that's
young
true.
wrestlers in Jericho.
You know, that's interesting if that's true about Meltzer saying that New Japan is reconsidering working with them because they've seen what kind of fanfare they're having right now and how big it's blowing up.
Yeah, you know what? I just realized. I hope. I guess Spectrum's having beef with the company that holds WGN. So I don't have WGN. So I'm hoping and praying that they don't end up on WGN. We'll be able to fucking watch it. But yeah, it's just big news for wrestling fans in general. It's
And
if
you
you
know
don't
what? Go ahead.
if you don't want to watch it, you don't want to like it, you don't want to back it up. That's fine. Nobody's gonna fucking hate you for it. But to bash it and stuff like that when they are backed by someone who has just as much money as Vincent Kennedy McMahon is just foolish. To hope these guys fail is just kind of silly because they got the fans behind them who are tired of the same old with WWE,
Yeah, it's like us fans, the older fans who want change in wrestling, like they said.
and they're striking while the iron is hot right now. And I don't see why not when All In happens excuse me, All In or Double or Nothing happens in Vegas that they're going to sell out that immediately. You cannot tell me that they're not, especially if Kenny Omega, who you're going to have to at least assume they got Jericho for God's sakes. You would have to assume that Kenny Omega is along with on the ride as well.
And you know what? And Jericho was still technically said he's going to work with Japan too this year. So, I mean, look at that right there. And can you imagine if some New Japan guys came to this show for Double or Nothing?
Yeah, that's going to be huge. Now, here's my question for you, Dave. Will Chris Jericho be in the Royal Rumble?
That's a no.
Imagine if he did show up in the Royal Rumble.
I mean, I can only imagine.
That
Like
would
you
get
put the
people
gift out
talking.
there. Vince, well, you know they would heard about this because Vince had to be losing his shit when he seen Jericho.
Well, apparently they already took Jericho's profile off the WWE.com.
I think Jericho kind of took it personal when they tried to hijack people from the cruise. And they did take some of them, and I think he took it personal. I think that pissed him off because remember they even told Ray not to do it, and it's like I think that kind of ticked him off a little bit.
Bob Ruski put so much for something to wrestle with season 2 on the
Oh
network.
yeah,
Yeah. Damn, man. I actually enjoyed that on the network too, man. That sucks. Yeah, because Conrad seems like he's a partner with All Elite as well.
yeah. Well,
Um,
him and Cody are friends,
yeah, I knew that already.
obviously.
I didn't. He's on the he's on the alumni page now. Okay, I thought they took him off just in general. But yeah, I can maybe Jericho is just like someone put in the chat room. He's done everything in the WWE. What else is there for him to do
Yeah,
other than just to put
WWE
talent
doesn't
over?
need him. Yeah, he does. They
Yeah,
don't need him. Yeah, we talked about this last year. You know,
WWE is in trouble if New Japan, AEW, CMLL, ROH work to. Yes, they are.
they're
If
right
they
back in there too. But yeah,
if they get some more, um, groups behind them, wrestling companies behind them, the sky's the limit with All Elite Wrestling. Like, there's no
Yeah, I
stopping
mean,
them, and they get a good television deal. And what's going to
yeah,
stop them other
yeah. I
than
don't think
becoming
anything can.
bankrupt?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think WWE's going to go bankrupt, but
No,
you know.
no, All Elite,
Oh, okay.
All Elite.
Yeah, I got you. But yeah, I mean, if they do work with other companies, which I hope they do, and you can throw Impact in if you want, but if you have New Japan stars,
Cringe.
if it's anything like All In was, and you have all these promotions coming together and putting on just those matches like they did it All In, I mean, man, that would be crazy, you know? Even Brian Cage tweeted about it today.
Yeah,
Everyone's tagging him, saying, "Hey, why don't you go to All Elite? I'll go to All Elite," and all that. But
I'm
hey, you
telling
never
you,
know what can happen.
the one company that is in trouble. Impact is going to work with AEW. It's their only way to survive. Yes, I exactly was about to say Red Sox. Impact will die
Yeah, well,
if they don't
if
figure out a way to work with All Elite.
if
Like,
Cody
they will
goes in
fry.
there with a blank checkbook, I mean, here, what do you want? I mean, basically, what Eric Bischoff did to Ray WWE back in the day and ECW when he took
Honestly,
all their
if they
talent.
could, if I was Khan, I'm sure this probably will not happen, and I'm not even sure how much Impact is worth. If I'm the Cons, I would buy Impact Wrestling. Why the fuck not? You
Well,
have
there
all
was
that money.
rumors that they already
Buy
offered it to
Impact
him.
Wrestling, buy it, and you know combine it with All Elite. Then you got a full fucking roster right there with a
Yeah,
legit tag division already. You have a legit women's division that you're bringing from Impact to All Elite. I mean, imagine the women that they would have with Tessa,
yeah.
Taya, Allie, Rosemary. Uh, gosh, they would just it would just be an established women's
Or if
division
they
already.
become, or if they want to say like become partners and
That as
say
well.
here, yeah, be partners,
That's the only way
settle
they're
half
going to
of it or
survive
whatever.
because yes,
Like
the
give them
huge
like half the
announcement
company.
was them to be on Twitch, and that was a huge ass announcement. But this is something else. Soon, All Elite is going to go after LAX. I heard they're already
When
interested
she,
in Lucha Brothers. I mean,
yeah,
it's the writings on the wall. A lot of these big time wrestlers are going to leave Impact.
yeah, I mean the money's there. I mean, why? I mean, I love Impact and I'll support it till it goes out of business. But they're in trouble if Cody wants to go there and just buy up all their talent. And he could. I mean, seriously, they could take everyone they have. I mean, it's crazy. When Brandy said, "I'm going to introduce you to a woman," I honestly thought she might. I was like, "Is Tessa Blanchard about to come out?" I mean, best women wrestler in the world. I mean, I don't know if it was Britt Baker, but hey, I don't see a lot of her matches, so I don't know. But I seen one match of hers, I think, and that was at All In. So I don't know if she's the best woman wrestler in the world, but whatever.
Uh, yes, Tessa is on the new WoW for Access TV. Upper level card is stacked already. Only needs Omega. Lucha Underground is the least talked about wrestling company. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
well their sale has shipped. They were
yeah.
hot
If
for a
anything,
good
yeah,
year.
you
Now they're
know,
just nothing really.
if anyone's in more dire straits than Impact, it's Lucha Underground.
I think AEW needs to talk to other companies to offer up a Super Bowl of wrestling event once a year. I think
We just did that.
that's what they're kind of doing with Double or Nothing. Is Double or Nothing their first company official pay per
Yeah,
view, or
because
is it
All
going to
In,
be like another All In type of an event?
I think Double or Nothing is going to be their first pay per view, and they did say they're doing another show soon. Their second show will be in Jacksonville. So
Right.
that was
I heard,
another announcement they made too. So that's going to be interesting. Where in Jacksonville and what are they going to be doing? But people said, like they did it All In, they can if they want to continue what you said. Do you really want to pay people big money just to come in and go work other places and then possibly get hurt? So that's another big dilemma if Khan wants to do that. If he wants to pay out money or chances people going to work in Japan or Impact or anywhere and possibly get hurt. But if you want to bring all these companies together like they did it All In, it won't be ROH obviously, but I mean that ship has sailed. But you could have all these other companies out there bringing all these big talents together, having one big super show. And
and
hey,
here's another. Jacksonville should be in September, says Red Sox fan. Here's my other question. And I'm not saying this company's in jeopardy, but do you feel like they feel a little bit of not an attack, but a little bit worried? Is New Japan?
who? Oh, New Japan. I don't think they're worried, but they see the buzz they're getting, and that they could be like the next big a big, huge thing, and it's gonna be.
Well,
So
because the
why
reason
wouldn't
why I said
Japan?
that is that they'll be huge in Japan always. You know, they're
Yeah, because it's
always
not
will
really
be
matter.
huge in Japan, but they were trying to establish themselves in America. Remember, they're having
Yeah,
some
and that was because of the
more
elite
events. Yeah,
guys, you
I
know.
agree with you. But now, do you think that they're still going to draw the type of crowds that they were now that this all elite wrestling has been announced?
I mean,
ROH is
it's gonna
worried
be
as well. I
tough.
think.
Yeah, oh, definitely. But it's gonna be tough with Japan because they were using guys like Cody and the Young Bucks, and yes, Kenny wherever he goes, we still don't know, but obviously it'll probably be AEW and Adam Page. These guys were big keys with those special USA specials they were doing. Those were the big draws for the show.
Reverend and Red Sox fan wrote the exact same thing. That's funny.
But
Why does everyone think Cody and Bucks can book and create new storylines? See, here's the thing. I'm not sold on the Bucks as producers or bookers. Not at all. Not very happy to hear that they are going to be a part of that because I don't feel like they're and I could be wrong. They're veterans, so they probably know what they're talking about, but I feel like they should have, more established guys like a Jim Ross or someone around those lines to be a type of booker. Cody Rhodes is
okay.
smart. He knows what he's doing. Look at what he's the first real guy that's made it
You
big
know
on
what?
the indie scene.
You know what this
And
reminds me of though?
go ahead.
This reminds me of like having a coach who's a player coach and really works good with the players. The Young Bucks would be like a player coach as the booker, where they know what they're getting. You know, they're not going to get screwed over by the Young Bucks or Cody. You see other promoters have done to people, so they know what they're getting with the Young Bucks. They're going to get straightforward. They're not going to get no BS from anybody. They're not going to get ripped off in the end or nothing like that. So that's what this is to me. You have Young Bucks and Cody or whoever's booking it. If they're all booking it, I don't know. But it seems like they're all going to come down like that. I know some people were upset about the All In main event because it was the Young Bucks and Ray, I think, versus or whoever the match was. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, but it was that match and not Cody possibly. But still, to me, this is smart. I think because it's wrestlers who are booking the show or fans. So
Well,
and
they did
for their
have
wrestlers,
they did sign like Red Sox foot in the chat. We mentioned it earlier. Billy Gunn's as a producer. Apparently, Jim Ross is supposed to join them as well. So they're gonna probably get some guys that know wrestling and have done this before. Goldust has been, another person that people have been talking about, maybe joining with his brother. Who knows with that? When does Kevin Owens
that
deal?
wouldn't
That's
surprise
funny.
me at all.
But it's just weird. It's long time. Yeah, that's right. He did sign an extension. I think like a year ago, I believe. Um, who they go after? Who's next? You would have to assume Omega's next, the next big gun
Yeah, they need Omega. I
to
mean, they really
to
do.
sign. But who else are they going to go after? Jay Lethal? Are they going to go after Dalton Castle? I'm just talking about guys that are big in ROH at the
Well,
Briscoes,
are
people
those
like
all? Are
that.
they all? I mean, are they all signed like official contracts? And it
I
would
don't know
not
their
surprise
contract
me at all
situation.
if we've seen guys from if they do leave or they work with Impact or whatever. I don't know. Whatever happens, you would have to think that guys that are on the radar right now are guys like even women, but Tessa Blanchard, Brian Cage, Phoenix, Pentagon, Sammy Callahan, LAX. You got to think those guys would be guys they would want to get on this show. Even though I'd hate to see them lose them, or if it happens where they work with them, then cool. But they can easily go in there and take all their top talent from Impact and just say, even if they could buy out their contract if they still had a long term on their contract. They could buy it out.
Briscoe said, Bob Ruski says Briscoe's loyal as fuck to ROH. They are not leaving, in my
Yeah, they've
opinion.
been there
Will they go
forever.
after the Street Profits? If they want to go after
Why
the
would
Street
they do that?
Profits and add some more excellence to their tag division, hey, I'm all for it because they've already the Evolved champs. They want to make them the AEW tag team champs. Why the hell not? Put on a fantastic match with the Young Bucks and end up winning.
Oh, going out of business quick.
What? Hey, now that's a little bit pushing it there. I mean, the
Street
Profits
Profits
are
going to
just
put them out of business.
Jay Lethal has done it all in ROH. Nothing left to do. He can come to AEW. I agree. I could see
Yep.
Lethal there. Like
I can
to
see like
me, I'm
half the
wondering
Impact
if
roster
if
there.
if New Japan doesn't end up align themselves with All Elite. I'm kind of curious to see who they go after on New Japan. If they did, would they go
Yeah.
after a guy like a Jay White or a like a
Oh,
Okada
All
that we
Elite.
mentioned? Bobaruski put Stephen Amell. What about him, Dave?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to show up there
Yeah,
or do
yeah.
something.
Oh man, the
I'm
club
pretty
will
sure
definitely leave
because yeah.
WWE to go to AEW. I assume they will get aggressive for Impact a talent. I agree with you.
Hey,
Styles would
Nakamura,
be
is
an
it?
epic get. Yeah,
There
I
you
agree.
go.
Styles. I think Styles
Styles
is
ain't going
staying,
nowhere.
but yeah, man. Imagine if Styles showed up at All Elite. That would be
It ain't happening. But
crazy.
Nakamura, unless he re-signed a contract with WWE, I hope not. But he would be awesome to have him show up at the Double or Nothing, which I don't know if he could. I don't know how that would work out, but
Zack
I don't know when
Ryder.
his
Yeah,
contract's up.
that's
Yeah,
more of
Zack
another.
Ryder.
That's another realistic one. Zack Ryder. Yeah.
Not really. I think he still has a contract.
New Japan can't come to the U.S. market with any of the elite. Without the elite, says Red Sox fan.
They
Man,
can't. I mean, who do they have that's would draw American fans in right now? I mean, nobody that I
Juice,
can think of. Okay, Juice is the only one. No offense.
man.
He's big in Japan. He's not gonna. I don't think he's that big over here. Sorry, just David Hasselhoff was big in Germany. He wasn't big over here.
AJ Styles wants a lighter schedule. I yeah, the WWE will give him the lighter schedule. I think
I
the,
mean, he's gonna get paid big money.
he's gonna
He's
get.
doing good
I
stuff.
would not be surprised if he stays with WWE. All Elite. I just feel like that's a risky move for Styles, and he's fine where he's at. I think.
Yeah, he's making good money. I'm sure he's gonna sign to probably another year or two contract, and then boom. But I could definitely see a Nakamura, even the club, if they want to get out of the WWE. You know, I
Mojo
wish that Tommy.
Rawley.
I wish that Tommy would get out of that. Get out of the
Titus
WWE too.
O'Neil. Man, come on now. Titus ain't going nowhere. WWE's going to keep him around just for the stuff he does outside of the WWE. According to Khan, wrestlers will work light schedules, not heavy. Hey, I'll be shocked. Hey, if Styles goes to AEW, I would be
He ain't going
completely
there.
shocked. That's the one guy I don't think will go.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
think Styles is leaving WWE because they're going to offer him all this money, and he's going to be financially set pretty much, and he's going to be getting checks from WWE after he retires.
but hey, if he wants to go there, I'm for it because of the matches that we would get possibly. Would
Yeah,
Omega really sign with the WWE? I don't think so. I would.
not now. I mean, we were spectacle about it this weekend, like, oh baby, but I I just after you said he wanted to be happy wherever he goes, and I think he'd be happy with his friends
Coach to AEW. Oh, that's funny. Mojo and
because he
Gronk.
knows who's booking the show. You know, the Bucks will be booking him, and
What about the revival? I don't
unless
know. If I knew their
what about him?
contract situation, I would say the money. If they were released, if revival
Hey,
were
what about
released
Jack
today,
Swagger?
he's in Bellator. He's having his first match in a couple of
Wasn't
weeks.
he still wrestling too?
I think he still wrestles, but now he's with Bellator. He's having his first match. I saw that on my
Oh,
Facebook the other day that they were promoting it. Um, if the revival got released or they didn't resign, if the smart move was to go to All Elite, and I think Cody would scoop him up in a heartbeat just for that Young Bucks
yep.
match alone. Because that's a money match. Everybody wants to see that match just because of the little feud that they have or little digs that they throw at each other. So
I mean, I don't know his contract either, but can you imagine if his contract was up soon, which it probably isn't, but Finn Balor,
Finn Balor, yeah. Jax Fire was underrated as shit. He was just on Lucha Underground. Yeah, I saw
he
that.
was very underrated. I agree. He couldn't talk that well, but he was very underrated as in ring talent.
Oh, Dave in the chat says, "Who wants to see Omega versus same top guys again? Should go to the WWE. Prove he is top guy."
I mean, I understand if you want to prove that you can make it in the WWE, but do you want to go through that headache though with WWE? I mean, I get it. It's tough. It's a toss up. He could go be with his friends and wrestle all his friends and have fun, or he could do something that's challenging and have to go. I'm not saying it would be challenging in AEW trying to carry a promotion and make it big. I mean, how would that be a big deal? I mean, selling out Jacksonville Stadium, being a part of another All In episode, another All In show. Why not? I mean, it depends the way you look at it. I think If he wants to go to WWE and wrestle everyone there for 50 million times on Raw or SmackDown, then fine. It'll be new for about a year, and then after that, it'll be all the same matches over again.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Oh, great, we got to watch Omega and Rollins again."
Yeah, I just think if anything, we should just be happy wherever Kenny Omega goes. Everybody probably has their own preference on where they want him to go. WWE, All Elite,
I say
Impact,
All Elite. I'm
ROH,
sorry.
whatever have you. Just
What do
let
you
the man
say?
go and be happy. I think it's All Elite.
Do
He
you
can
want
help
him
his
there?
friends for a year or a half, then go to WWE. The offer will always be there.
Yeah, I
We'll
mean,
stay there,
because to
Ben.
me,
Yeah, I agree with you.
it makes more sense to go to AEW because they really need you in AEW. You know, like as a big name, because Kenny Omega's really done a great job for his brand this past year, and WWE doesn't. It's not going to matter one way or another if WWE gets Kenny Omega or not.
I'm not salty at all, Red Sox fan. I really hope that All Elite does well. I don't wish any failure on any of those. That's just pettiness.
I'm just really
Um,
hoping. I forget All Elite. I'm just hoping Impact stays in business more than 6 months from now.
I yeah, that's another huge NROH too to see how much they lose from All Elite too. I do hope it's Omega's decision. Who are we to decide where he fucking goes? You know, if he wants
Yeah.
to go to WWE, all power to him. Hopefully, if he does go, he's getting paid very well. And if he wants to go to All Elite, hey, more power to him as well because he'll be treated probably as good as it gets. At
I
least that
could
first year.
definitely see a bidding war. I mean,
Oh
say
yeah.
they, for Kenny Omega, like
Who?
Khan
Okay,
might
here's my
overpay
question
for
for you.
him.
And this is easy, and I think it's a very easy question. And I'd be surprised to hear what Red Sox fan. Who needs Omega more?
Obviously, all elite.
All Elite?
Yeah, obviously to me because they're a new company and they need a big name. Jericho's good. Adding Omega too. I mean, WE. What would it do? Just add another indie darling to Raw and SmackDown. That's it.
Yeah, either way, both companies going to be fine. If AEW was to get unrightly used main eventers from WWE, I say Zayn, Nakamura, Balor, maybe Ember.
What about Owens?
WWE doesn't need Omega.
They don't.
Uh, top. It just feels like you would. I don't know, man.
What?
If you're in a situation on WWE and your contract is up, if you're a guy like Zack Ryder, or if you're a guy like an Apollo Cruz or someone like that
What about these other
Samoa
guys though?
Joe. If
Yeah,
you're very talented and you feel like you're just getting wasted away, I would definitely jump to All Elite. Absolutely.
yeah. I mean, guys
Uh,
like Kevin Owens and Zayn. Can you imagine them leaving and going to AEW? I mean, that would just explode.
Bobby Roode said All Elite. You can literally build up your fucking WWE guys to be big names. Yeah. Yes, I agree with that. They have enough talent. WWE has talent everywhere
Yeah, they got
on that
UK
roster.
shows.
Even on the NXT, yeah, UK, NXT, WWE, all guys that can build up and be a Kenny Omega type of a wrestler. They just don't fucking do it.
You
They
know what
just
this
don't do
does
it.
for me, Tony? This makes me excited again. Yes, I was a WCW fan before I was a WE fan. So I like WCW more. When they went out of business, I had to go to watch WE only. So now I get something else to watch other than Impact is never on that level. All Elite, I think, can be on that level. And I'm excited for competition, giving WE competition again. Actually, make them do something without just saying, "Oh, who cares? Who cares?" Now they got to start caring again. I'm not saying they're going to be on Monday nights. Hell, they could even do every 3 months pay-per-views. They could do something like that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they do it, and we'll be covering it as much as we can. Saturday, shoot the shit show. Alex may be on the show. If not, we'll go over it. More of All Elite as well. See if there's any more news that has come out from now till then. But yeah, it's a big day for wrestling fans. If you hate it or love it, it's gonna bring competition to the WWE. If you love it or not, and hopefully make the WWE, make Impact, make all these other wrestling companies better. Sure, a lot of them are gonna hurt from it, but you got to think about it. A lot of other wrestlers are going to gain a lot from it as well. Gonna start feeling like WCW, WWE wars, friends texting each other like, "Hey, yeah, Did you see what happened on All Elite this week? No,
Oh
because I was
yeah,
watching
dude.
fucking a rerun of Raw. Well, at least I thought it was a rerun of Raw because we're seeing the same shit. It's just
Hey
gonna be.
Tony, I mean, I'm sure you remember this too. I mean, you had wrestling fans when you go to school Monday morning, or like after a big pay per view. Everyone's like, "Man, did you see what happened last?" You had that thing. Like
Oh,
now,
no
you could
problem,
possibly get
Kenobi.
stuff like that again. I mean, I'm not sure it's going to be like that. Obviously, it won't be, but it's close, and it's fun because this is the first time that Vince has really had any real competition. Because now they have a true, just like Ted Turner, when when he was backing WCW. It was a billionaire backing a wrestling company.
Absolutely, Bob Ruski. The one
And
thing
now
that
Khan,
All Elite is missing, and it's a huge thing, and we
Street
cannot deny it.
Profits.
No, 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 no. It's a contract, the TV contract. They need to get that TV contract, and they need to land on a viable, easy to find channel. And if they can get on TNT and TB or TBS, man, how big would that be? If they got
That'd
on
be
either
like nostalgia right
the
there.
WGN, to me, it's a good station. Most of everybody has it, but to me, All Elite is bigger than WGN.
Oh
They
yeah,
should be on a TNT
yeah.
TBS type channel.
But one problem I have with that, if it's say it's on TNT, the NBA playoffs. Remember how many times Nitro got preempted because of the NBA playoffs?
Yeah, maybe they'll move it to another day.
I don't
But yeah,
know. I mean,
I'm
that's
sure
really
a
tough,
majority of
but
WWE guys have Cody's number and Young Bucks. Oh, definitely. Yeah, and the company's young. And who are we to say that this company's going to strive? Because we don't know. It could
I
fail.
think they will.
I
I don't
doubt
think they'll
it, but
fail.
it could fail. That what if they landed on CW, aka CBS? That would be another. If they're on a station,
CW, the CW,
CW,
no,
they will
no,
most likely have a
that is
TV deal after
terrible.
Double or Nothing. I don't know why, but I
Hey,
feel
that
like
would
they
be
would put
interesting though.
AEW on CW.
I'm sorry, they would get like no rate. It'd be worse. I mean, I'm sorry. The CW can barely get like 2 million viewers a week on the Flash. I mean, I'm sorry. I just don't know if that'll work out. Now, I did hear people say this too. Some people were saying CBS Sports would be possibly interested. I don't know if that was true or not, but I think that would be interesting too because now that you got Fox doing all this stuff with the WE, I'm not saying all elites on that level yet, but that would be interesting.
Yeah, the TV contract is the next deal that they make. Yeah, Kenny Omega is probably is on that top three list of what they need to do. Getting a
They
contract with
need
a
number.
TV
Oh yeah,
company.
yeah.
I'm not sure
Well,
what else, but
what network would be the perfect? If you say TNT, fine. What other network would be a perfect network? What's just up there with USA Network? I mean, is there anything? What Paramount is that the
I
next
would
big
say
network?
TBS. TBS because you wouldn't have to worry about other than baseball,
Yeah, the baseball playoffs.
which is not on. It's they could work with what they could work with baseball
Uh,
is TBS. I think that would be the perfect channel for them. TBS. Everybody mainly has TBS on their market, and it's easy to find. Put it on
what if the
Tuesdays or whatever have you. I think it would work.
what? Some people have been saying they've been changing the game with streaming. What if they went streaming?
They wouldn't get a. I think that'd be a bad idea.
Oh, do
The
you?
Spanish channel, WGN, I think is good, but it's too small for for the All Elite. I think they need to be on a bigger channel.
I'm just trying to think of
CBS.
another channel that would work. But
That's true, Jeffrey Cross. They also had the NCAA tournament. Good point there, my friend. I
yeah, that'd
forgot
be in
about that.
March. Yeah, because you do all those on
Fucking go
15 on the
to go
Turner
to
Network.
fucking go ESPN all in and make up
Yeah.
have your own fucking channel ESPN all in. Welcome, man. That would be crazy.
No, they
But
did up on ESPN Plus. We had to go pay $5 to get that.
it's gonna be some. What about Spike? Yeah, Spike isn't bad, but I
It's
think aren't they moving on
it,
from wrestling?
it's Paramount.
Oh yeah, it is Paramount. That's right. CBS owns Real and et cetera, et cetera. True TV. That's another one. What are they
Yeah,
going
but
to charge for
I
pay per
think
view?
they
I
get
would
bigger
assume
ones.
30, $40, just like New
Yeah,
Japan does, ROH, Impact. Well, Impacts are only
because
what 30, I think.
no, that was 40, and New Japan was 35, I believe.
That's
But
right.
yeah,
That's right. Got my
but it's weird
companies
because
mixed.
when I'm not saying they would do this, and they probably obviously wouldn't, but when TNA first started way back when, they were on pay per views, and I think it was $10 a week to order weekly pay per views. I'm not saying they'll go that route, but that's how
Oh,
TNA
Bobby
started before
Risky
they got a
doing
media deal.
HBO. Is that even has that been rumored? HBO?
I don't think that's even possible. Did HBO go out of business?
I'm sorry.
Did HBO go out of business or something?
No, hell no. HBO
Well,
has
they
Game of
did.
Thrones. They're not going to go out of business. That's
I
like
know, but
almost
they just said they canceled boxing on there or
yeah. Well,
whatever. And
boxing
so,
they got done. They're done with boxing, but
oh, okay.
they're not getting canceled or going out of
Well, I know
business
that
or
new
anything.
WB streaming service is like taking all the HBO shows and all that.
It's 9.99. I'm not sure what he's talking. If he's talking about HBO, is that a dodgeball reference? Yes.
Well,
They were
yeah,
at the rally for Vice. What are you talking about? What am I missing? I must have missed something.
I don't really know any other big network that you go to. If you look at TBS and TNT being like
Well,
the
you gotta think.
marquee,
Khan is a billionaire. He has his
yeah,
connections.
I know, but I'm just saying, I'm just trying to think of big. Do you want a cable network or do you want a broadcast network? To me, the deal would be to get a broadcast network
You think
because
they're gonna get Kota
Fox.
Ibushi, Red Sox fan? He thinks they're gonna get Kota.
I wouldn't be surprised if Kenny goes there.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be an interesting time. So we're gonna start wrapping it up. We've already been going on for almost 2 hours now, and Dave and I, before we came on, we're like, let's try not to make these shows go so long. Sometimes we're just talking about certain subjects way too long than usual, and
There we go again.
here we go again.
Yeah,
Hangman,
this is fun
JF,
though.
Joey Janela are future big players for AEW, says Red Sox. I can see Hangman Page. I don't know much about Janela and what's MJF. I don't know much about. I know a lot of people are very high on MJF and they like Janela, but man, Hangman it just has the full total package in my opinion.
That was funny when you laid into Conrad though. That was pretty good. It was just like, dang.
Oh yeah, yeah. You go. Good thing you have the podcast because you got a good face for radio or some shit like that. That was good. Khan is an NFL guy too, so think NFL related. Yeah, I would. Khan has connections everywhere. You know,
Yeah, can you? I mean, I'm not know how it would work CBS because they're not really known for. I don't see them doing wrestling really, but and NBC definitely would be out of the question because they have Raw, NBC Universal. So, man, I don't think ABC would do it either, but you never know. But to me, if I don't know, it'd be weird if you had it like on a CBS network or something wrestling. But yeah, we do get
yeah.
ROH at like 11 o'clock or 3 in the morning, so you never know.
Yeah, I get it 11 o'clock in the afternoon or in the morning
Uh,
over here on a Sunday or Saturday. I
yeah,
can't
like
remember.
3 in the morning over here.
NBA Sports, NBC Sports Network would be a good one, yeah. But if NBC and WWE
Yeah,
or
yeah, that's not gonna happen on NBC Sports.
Khan has connections everywhere, even political. Yep, it's man, all elite is set up to for big time success. It's just they need to get the numbers aligned
Yeah, they
with the
just need a
TV
good network.
networks. Get the following, get the intriguing television, and they'll
Hey,
be
but how
fine.
cool? Okay, let's say they got TNT. I mean, how cool would that be? I mean, as wrestling fans of watching the old Nitro and USA Network were all going at it. I mean, it would be just like the old days, going to TNT, watching TNT, wrestling on TNT again. That'd be
Yeah,
crazy.
absolutely. It's going to be some fun times for us wrestling fans. So just enjoy it, everybody, and just enjoy it. You don't have to like
Watch
elite.
both.
You don't have to like WWE. Just don't hate on people who like it. That's what I just don't get. Go out of your way
Yeah,
just to bash someone who likes All Elite, who likes Kenny Omega or Rose or whatever. Just enjoy the show, enjoy the company, enjoy wrestling in general. Because for a while it was just WWE. It was just
yeah,
them, and then we got ROH coming, and then you got Impact, and then for a while it was just ROH and WWE. So enjoy what we're getting. Enjoy the possibilities. Enjoy what we might
yeah.
see in the future.
Because, geez, imagine if it could be anything like it was when we were kids watching WC, two different shows, Raw
Do you think
and
that if
Nitro.
AEW doesn't bust and gets good stars and decent TV content, you'll think they'll be better than WWE? I don't know. That's an
Better?
interesting country. It's gonna take Chris Mack. Wait, what days are AEW planning on doing? Any rumors? No room. No, nothing yet. They don't
I
even
thought I
have a TV.
heard, I thought I heard there was something about a TV show being on Tuesdays because
Just
SmackDown was
Tuesdays,
moving back.
right? They're gonna, which is smart. The whole mind frame is people are already
Used to it, yeah.
used to having wrestling on Tuesday nights. Why not take this time slot that
And it's a
SmackDown was on
perfect
and
day
put,
too.
yeah, it's smart. It's just very smart. Well, if they are on Mondays and the way they are booking Raw, I'll be watching AEW. Yeah, but it wouldn't be smart to go up right against WWE right
Yeah,
off the
because it's
bat.
not just WE you're going against Monday Night Football too.
Yeah, so Tuesday nights, nothing else is on other than maybe some basketball games, and then you got AEW Tuesday Night Dynamite, I believe is what it's called. So, or will be called. It's smart. It's just smart marketing. It's smart. Um, so we'll see what happens. Everybody, 2019 is probably going to be the biggest year for wrestling ever, and it's going to be interesting to see who moves where, who's still with the WWE in 6 months from now. And as WrestleMania hits, is certain wrestlers still going to be with the company? Are we going to see new wrestlers with the company? It's going to be some fun times, folks, and we'll be here right with you guys every single Tuesdays and Saturdays, and Sundays sometimes with pay per views.
Really
It's going
quick,
to be
you know what I
fun.
thought about? I just thought about this really quick before we end the show. Is that now it's not just going to be Triple H and Vince out there buying up all the indie talent and bringing them to NXT or WWE. Now
Yeah,
you
we're,
got some
we're gonna
other
have some,
competition out
like
there.
you said, we're gonna have some bidding wars going on. Rest
That's
in
gonna be
peace,
fun.
Impact. It's looking like it. WWE is gonna have to really up their game, like Monday Night Wars. That can't mail it in. Yeah, Zack Ryder to AEW makes sense. Makes
I think
sense.
he's WWE for life. I think.
They don't have to start TV until SmackDown moves over to Friday. See, I don't know how that would work though. How would you work that out? If they don't have a TV deal, they're still an established company. How
Well,
would you
maybe
show
they
your
won't
product?
announce it.
Just pay
Maybe,
per views every
yeah, just
month or
yeah, because
so?
the two pay-per-views. You know, do one in May and another one like they did All In two or whatever, and then announce a deal for that fall. You know, I mean, so
Yeah, they
I mean,
could
it
milk
makes
it if you want to go right because we're already in January. The deal's in October. It could come like that. If they want to keep spreading out these big
because
shows every other month or so, and then finally once
yeah,
it's like
because
a
look at
month
that.
or two away from October, they can say, "Well, here we go, everybody. Tuesday Night
Yeah,
Dynamite debuts right in the fall or whatever have you."
yeah, because you go to May and then May to September. If it's September again, I believe that's only 4 months. So it's yeah. I mean, that works
Neville
out.
is on the roster. Yes, he's on the AEW. Impact will be working with AEW. I could bet on that. I hope so, Red Sox fan,
I
for
do
the sake
too.
of
I
them.
really. Hey, Red Sox, I hope you're right too because I really want Impact to stay
Oh,
afloat.
we can't really hear you, Dave.
Sorry, I agree. With Red Sox, I want Impact to stay in business.
Someone
You hear
can
me
someone
now?
take care of this kind troll in the chat room?
We
Wrestling
got
is fake. Shouldn't you
wrestling's
grow up and
fake
watch real sports? Yeah,
with
says
Brian
the
Gumble.
says the guy who took the time to come in here and say that stupid comment. We appreciate you coming in here and adding to the count of viewers we've had tonight. So I appreciate that. Feel free to
Hey, go
follow
watch The
as well.
Bachelor.
Yeah, feel free to follow as well if you're new to the show. Don't forget, we will be live again on Saturday night. Thank you, Red Sox fan. Um,
Yes.
so it's going to be fun. We'll be touching on all wrestling, NXT, Impact, 205 Live, uh, NXT, and then we'll get you any other dirt sheet rumors. We'll speculate and talk about like we usually do on Saturdays, and then we'll end your weekend like that. I hope you guys will join us. Fun show tonight. I didn't think we were going to go that long. We had over almost 2,000 viewers tonight, so we do
Wow.
appreciate everybody popping in. Michael Berry, Jeffrey Cross, Speed with the super hearts, Dr. Hughes as well. Thank you guys for the regular hearts as well. You guys have bashed us up to 6 million total regular hearts. That's just insane.
Wow.
So y'all are bashing the shit out of y'all's screen. So we appreciate that. No, big show to AEW. You're crazy. Big Show's a lifer. He'll die in the WWE. Do you think Vince made that recent announcement because ratings are down or because of the AEW?
Yeah,
Probably a little bit of
AEW.
both. Probably a
I
little
think
bit
it's.
of both.
I would say all for AEW because they knew what was coming and they had to make changes because they knew this was happening.
Absolutely, I can see that as well. Don't forget, everybody in the chat room, like, I'm still a line for Dr. Huge. Follow everyone. All these people who are in here interacting with everybody are good people that know their stuff about wrestling for the most part. Yeah, you don't have no Texas kid in here, but we do appreciate everybody who interacts with us all night. Uh, the big eye opener for me is when we went 3 hours and we still pretty much had the same amount of people in here, back and forth, 20 to 30 viewers the whole night. It was just, I was mind blown. Like how many people stayed in the whole 3 hours. I'm talking about on a Saturday night when you guys could be doing whatever the hell you guys want to do, party, do whatever, and you stayed and chilled with us. And it was very, it was an eye opener on how much you guys care for our show, and really do appreciate that. Again, Jeffrey Cross, Truth and Loyalty, all you guys, Peck and Rod. Sorry that the giveaway is taking longer than it is. Hopefully, you guys should have it by the end of the week. If not, let me know so I can definitely check in on it. I did last time I checked. The person that I go through with the mailing said it should be there in the next 2 to 3 days. So I do hope it gets there, and I do apologize so
Yeah,
very
probably
much
just
that
the
it's taking. Yeah, I
holidays.
just apologize that it's taking longer than it should to get you guys. I took too long to mail it out in the first place, so I just appreciate you guys. You know, bearing with us and being patient with us. I do appreciate that, and I do have another giveaway happening at the end of the month. Not sure how I'm going to do it. Still trying to figure out things, but we do appreciate you guys being patient with us. So the next time we see each other will be on Friday when we all watch and chat during Impact on Twitch. Yeah, yeah.
All right, I'll
There
be
you
there.
go. Everybody, drop your Twitch handle in the chat room, and so we can look out. I'm going to do that on the Twitter. Thank you,
Hey,
Cringe, for the kind words there. Appreciate that, man.
hey,
And if
subscribe to Impact for $5, and you help maybe help keep them in business.
yeah, there you go. Don't worry about the giveaway. It's about the show. That stuff is a bone. Appreciate that, Mercury. The very, very kind words there. Very, very nice. Appreciate that. If you guys haven't already, another plug. Go follow us on YouTube, or I should say, subscribe to us on YouTube. We're at 110 subscribers, trying to get to 150 by WrestleMania. I don't see how we can't hit that. I feel like we can do that. Please tell your friends about us, tell your family, tell your dog, tell anybody who has access to a tablet or a computer about us, and we do appreciate that. All the support you guys give us, it's awesome. Um, yeah, create a Twitch. It's easy, and it's on all your mobile devices and stuff like that.
Xbox, Roku, everything.
Yeah, so we do appreciate the following we have in here, and you know what? It's time for everybody. It's time for the shout out. So thank you again to Michael Berry, Jeffrey Cross, Speeds, Dr. Huge, Juanito, and Budweiser for the Super Hearts tonight. I do appreciate that. And thank you, everybody who stayed with us through the whole night. Kevin, the Reverend, as always, thank you for popping in here. I should watch my mouth when the Reverend's in the chat room. Should I, Dave, right? We got Red Sox fan, Jeffrey Cross, Dallas, excuse me, Dave from New Jersey. That's what I'm just going to call him now. So you guys don't get mixed up. Dave from New Jersey. We got Adam Awesome. God, I can't speak. Peck and Rod, another one of the winners from the giveaway. Thank you again for your patience. Mercury, Fred, Chris, Luis, Mads fan, Richard, John Burton, Cringe. And if I didn't say your name, please say hello so I can say a nice little shout out to you guys. Thank you. Thank you for that, Brian. Are you guys bummed we're not getting Kenny Omega as in WWE or announcement? I don't care where he goes. I just want him to
His
be
contract still
happy.
has to expire too.
Yeah, he's still technically with New Japan till the end of the month. Thanks to Real Tony and the new Dave. Oh, Kenobi, you're funny, dude. That's funny. I do appreciate. Oh, Bob Aruski. I didn't shout out to Bob Aruski, and thank you again to all of the moderators in the chat room. Don't forget, I added Jody as a moderator as well. So I'm gonna keep adding more and more people to the moderator train because you guys kick
All
ass.
aboard.
Yeah. And we appreciate. Oh, Debbie from New York. Thank you, Debbie. I'm sorry I didn't give you the proper shout out. Your name wasn't on the chat room list, but thank you for saying hello and thank you for always supporting us. We do appreciate that. All right, let's wrap it up. We've been on long enough. Dave, any last words before we're back on Saturday night?
I hope to see everyone's lovely face Friday night.
Yeah, Twitch, everybody. Impact
Or yes,
Wrestling.
I'll be twitching.
And again, everybody, thank you for your support. It's very much appreciated. You guys are awesome. Can't say it enough. Over 2,000 viewers tonight, man. Almost 2,000 viewers. Unbelievable. Can't
Okay,
believe it.
Tony, real quick question before we leave. What do people think the viewership will be Friday night?
For Impact, oh, total viewers. Let's do it. Over under. Let's do an over under. All right. Let's
Uh,
see who's closer. I'm direct messaging Cody to hire you. And thanks, Kenobi. Don't be a lemon, be a rose. But man, I haven't heard that shit in a long time.
wow, that was a lot.
Um, I'm gonna watch Impact. I got nothing to do on a Friday. I'm just not. We're not gonna come on the show and review it after Friday. But I have nothing going on Friday. Spurs don't play, nothing like that. All right, Dave. Let's do this. Over under 7,000 viewers.
I think they do more. I was thinking more like they could do maybe 20,000,
You
if not
think
more than that.
20,000?
If not more. I think because they got like 10,000 viewers when they did that barbed wire massacre thing on
Okay,
Twitch.
that's a good point, but it was a gimmick match, so probably a lot
Yeah,
of
but
people,
this is they're
and they
doing a
did make it
live
seem like they
show,
were gonna do. It's
a
gonna
lot
be
more. But
a
yeah,
lot more than they did. But all right, let's do
yeah,
this.
but this is a live
Let's do a
impact.
reasonable. Who the fuck cares? Let's do a reasonable 12 over under 12,000.
I think over 12.
All right, well, we'll see.
I could think they could push 20,000 at
I think
least, if not more.
they won't get more than 10, but I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. We'll
I
find
think they
out.
get. I think they can push 20,
We'll
if not
see.
more.
We'll see. We'll see on Friday night. Again, thank you everybody. If you haven't already, please hit that follow button. You can follow us all on our Twitter platforms at Get the Tables. I'm Homie the Clown 24 and Davis Bizarre 1000. Please hit us up on Twitter if you have any questions about us or anything about the show. Please hit us up. Getting shirts in. I'm getting them. Getting talked to the guy about the shirts. Hopefully, we'll have them by February or the end of February. It should be a very. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait to get shirts. Y'all need to stop hating on my dude Kawhi. Hey, the Kawhi shit's over with. He came here. We were able to get it out of our system, and we whipped that ass. So I'm good. We're good. We're good now. All power to Kawhi. He did good stuff for here when he was in San Antonio. But again, thank you guys so much. Appreciate y'all's support. We're going to end you with some more Fozzy. And we hope you guys have a great hump day and a great rest of your week because we want to see you back here on Friday. I'm sorry, Saturday, everybody. Have a good one, everyone. Thank you so much.